Well, yesterday, the President Hakainde Hichilema met a number of CSOs at State House, where he had engaged them pretty much talking about Bill 7 and also the burial of the late President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And it's during this interaction where President Hakainde Hichilema put up this statement where he says, we are trying very hard on your behalf, meaning the Zambians, to have former President Lungu buried in Zambia. But if we do not succeed, it won't be for lack of effort. Ultimately, it may be an issue beyond our control. President Hakainde Hichilema said earlier today at State House when he met those people. So when the president put up that statement, or he said that statement, people are not sure what effort that government was making in trying to come to some sort of agreement or a situation where the body of the late president is repatriated to Zambia. Until later on in the night, around almost 21 hours, then it became apparent. So state moves to block Edgar Chagwa Lungu's burial. As you may be aware, a number of people have already flown out of the country going to the burial in South Africa. I'll show you videos of people doing that. Then the Attorney General put up a statement to say they had filed a lawsuit where they had sued the former First Lady. He had sued the former First Lady, sued Edgar Chagwa Lungu's children, and the family spokesperson and also lawyer, Makebi Zulu, in the South African court. And the hearing is just about to happen in a bit right now. But on the other hand, Saboi weighs in. She says burying Edgar Chagwa Lungu has been difficult because it's not just about burying a man or legacy. It's about burying an era. Await serious changes. The political landscape will change and many things will change. Delaying the burial is just delaying the inevitable. So she weighed in to say, I mean, at this point, might as well put Edgar Chagwa Lungu to rest because burying him there is going to be a political change on the landscape, she said in that statement. So that's the Attorney General. You can see one section of society there. Don Mwenda says man of the moment. State Council, Mudilo Demas Kabesha, that's the Attorney General, the one that has filed a lawsuit. And then people, Movie TV just asks, will this drama end? So that's how things are proceeding with regard to that trial. With regard to the repatriation of the former head of state. But on the other hand, the Patriotic Front continues to gather like nothing has changed. So earlier on images, these are the images coming from South Africa, where Inonge Wina has also arrived amongst the people that are likely to be part of the burial program that is being communicated that will take place in just a few hours. But prior to that burial, obviously, the ceremony that is supposed to be preceded is the court lawsuit that has been filed, which is scheduled for 8 hours. And right now, this is just 7:32. So just a couple of minutes, just less than 30 minutes actually. That lawsuit is supposed to be presented before court. But yeah, those are images coming from South Africa when Inonge Wina landed and she was received by a big entourage of the Patriotic Front that is already in South Africa. The entourage seems to be growing. Look at this. This looks like a PF secretariat, but this is South Africa. I'm not sure what particular location this is, if it's the airport, but you can see Given Lewin directing the rest of the entourage, including the former Vice President Inonge Wina there to our car, probably being taken to our hotel. But yeah, those are the images coming from South Africa. And the number of people have flown out since last night. I'll show you those clips. So with the Patriotic Front, it seems like the program is unfazed and it's going on as planned. Probably this lawsuit is just a formality for them. Nothing has changed from the look of things. But yeah, those are images coming from South Africa, where you can see Given Lewin having an interaction with former Vice President Inonge Wina and the big entourage of the Patriotic Front there, obviously escorting the former Vice President. But as you may be aware, there's a lawsuit pending, and from the look of things, the PF don't seem phased. It seems like they know the outcome of how this court case is going to go. Anyway, let's wait and see how everything plays out. But as things stand, there's a lawsuit that will be attended to just in a few minutes. So what else is in the news? And then Cornelius Mweta, that's the chief government spokesperson and of the UPND government. He was on the Oxygen of Democracy. Last night, around the same time when that statement came from the Attorney General. And he had something to say. I would not quote his words. I'll just let him speak for himself. So just stand by so that I play you the video of what Cornelius Mweta has said. Just stand by.
Isn't there room to forgive one another? In terms of the realm of custom and tradition, as a people, only, as far as my memory can serve me, only somebody who is suspected to have bewitched the deceased is unwanted at the funeral. Is that what you are saying in this matter?
Oh, there's an issue of poisoning that Rafael Nakachinda raised to the South African media, which he repeated even to our Zambian media here when he came back.
Well, again, some of these issues, I think, are issues that will have to be examined, maybe using certain lenses.
So that's a statement that came from Cornelius Mweta asking to say, is that what you mean? Anyway, you heard it for yourself. Let's move on. The program with the Patriotic Front former president and the Republican president, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, still continues. The PF are continuing like nothing has happened. Like their program is unfazed from the look of things. And then people are just saying, though they might fight, Vadva United, simply saying that the unity that the PF is displaying when they went to pick up Inonge Wina there, and a number of other Patriotic Front senior officials, like they are displaying a lot of unity. And then Remy responds to us, says, they are not just behaving like that, they are after something which will manifest soon. And then pretty much having a back and forth. And then he said, just wait, after the burial, funeral, unity, after the burial, funeral unity, people, both just wait, the burial is, will scatter them, pretty much saying that, no, after the burial, then you see them scatter and start fighting. They are just uniting for this because it serves in their purpose. And you can see that's the church where the service will be. Emmanuel Wamba posted, say, good morning, all roads lead to Cathedral of Christ the King. So those are the images of the church where the service will take place. Yeah, and then also Musa Mwenya, and then John Sangwa has also flown in to South Africa for the same ceremony. There's a big delegation that is in South Africa right now. Big delegation, definitely, of Zambians. And Fred Membe just woke up and said, Chisha Shupa Mumendo, obviously responding to the lawsuit that has been filed against the Lungu family by the state and the Attorney General. So Fred Membe simply asks, what is wrong, Mumendo? He asks. You can tell where that's directed. And then also GBM and KBF also flew in. So these are the videos that were coming from South Africa also, where GBM, you remember earlier on he was in South Africa, but he had returned home. But then again, should have been last night or midday. They flew out to South Africa with KBF and a number of other PF officials there. So there's a big delegation in South Africa for over the funeral. That's if over the burial. That's if it will take place after the lawsuit. But people seem to be very confident to say the South African laws are very clear. They are on the side of the family. So it seems like it's just a formality. They would have opted that the president engages the family other than using the lawsuit by the Attorney General. But they're saying it's fine even this. And yeah, they seem to be ready. So with the BF, they seem to be going on with a program. You can see GBM there. You can see KBF on their father end, and the other Patriotic Front senior officials or members of the Central Committee. I think that's Danny Yanga in the center there interacting with GBM and KBF. Yeah, so with the PF, the program seems to be unfazed. The burial is taking place today. But anyway, only the court will determine that lawsuit. But considering the number of lawyers that have traveled over here also, let's wait and see how it plays out. Let's wait and see how it plays out. It will be prejudicial to make an assumption of the outcome of the court. But just reading the demeanor coming in from the PF camp, like they don't seem fazed with that lawsuit. it's likely to be just a formality. And their program is scheduled to start, is it at 10 hours? I mean, 11 hours actually. So there's enough time to hear the case. That's from 8, 9, 10, 11. That's almost 3 hours before they will have to buy. So it's just a formality. And I'm pretty sure it's not everyone that is going to be in court. It's just the required individuals. Obviously, the news is circulating. Government drags Lungu family to court in South Africa, challenging burial in foreign country there. So that's on movie TV. That was GBM and KBF interacting when they landed in South Africa earlier on. This should have been during the night. And then there's been a back and forth on social media. That's we are tired. We have moved on. We can't have indefinite mourning, but we are suing you, people. And Tabajisi, people Tabajisi, the people are not honest there. That's according to that back and forth online. Those are images of Rafael Nakachinda and KBF there. I know the man in center, the name was just gone, but he used to be with a post, and he was also a permanent secretary. They say Sasasa courts follow the law, not whatever dictates against those it doesn't like. So that's the confidence that the PF is displaying to say the South African law is very clear. That's why it seems like their program is at first there. More people are even flying out this morning. And they are throwing out images of the church where the service is likely to take place. And everything is going on as planned, according to them. And obviously, proverbs are going on online, the back and forth. When the bush is on fire, the chameleon must abandon the walking style of his ancestors. And obviously, on the other hand, Kalemba writes, so there are proverbs going back and forth. People are jabbing each other through proverbs. Another proverb, no matter how violently loud the sound of a fart may be, it will never cause a trouser to tear. So that you can tell these jabs that are going back and forth. Mostly, you'd say it's from the PF medias and also medias that are more inclined to the UPND. So that's where those are coming from. And then the PF could just keep on throwing out more images of the church where the service will take place before the burial. And then Mukamfwa and Atochi, Mukasua Patamwakansange, another thing, another proverb there, which simply means that it applies similar to what the cornerstone that, I mean, the builders rejected becomes the chief cornerstone kind of thing, to say now you're looking for Edgar Lungu's body in the light. And then obviously people are just having I hope Kano is not scripting what is happening in Pazede, because you will just see a new movie soon. I mean, so what they're referring to, a Nigerian actor is in the country, Kana is in the country. So they're saying what is going on in the country is a good script for him to utilize as a movie. I see that being used, honestly. It's the way this drama is playing out, there is no script that would even come close to what's going on in reality. So it would be just wise of him to utilize the script. But the easiest way to execute it effectively, if he uses Zambian actors, not just Nigerian actors, because only Zambians will resonate with what is going on in the ground once it's done. But yeah, definitely, I'm pretty sure you would try to script something. And then obviously saying Zambia Kuchalo, indeed, obviously the drama going on there. And then the mass newspaper says no big bags, tight security to characterize Edgar Lungu burial in South Africa. So those are some of the conditions that have been communicated to those that are intending to attend either the church service, or if they are likely to be part of the people that are actually going to do the body viewing. That's if the South African court allows it to say one of the conditions, no big bags, and the security is extremely tight. And considering the number of people that have traveled, and obviously those are the images attached to that post there. News diggers say government sues Lungu family as Attorney General asks South African court to block burial in foreign country. So pretty much retaliating the same point. This lawsuit, in fact, now it will be starting off in just a bit, at 8 hours immediately. And in real time, say Attorney General exhumes Lungu South Africa burial decision. So different headlines carrying the same story pretty much. And then Lungu body belongs to family. Obviously, people are weighing, that's the daily liberation there. And then churches and CSOs oppose Bill 7. This is pretty much from yesterday mostly. But yeah, that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. So let's wait and hear the verdict. If not, the burial is taking place just in a few hours. That's the news, ladies and gentlemen.